Welcome back to TheChowTimePod. It's your host, Red. Got a video today from Nate the Lawyer. YouTube's Dr. Boute has her medical license revoked after 100 botched surgeries. Them booties hurt. Please express them below. I really appreciate that. Let's get that chow. It's chow time.
Booties on my fleet, waistline snatched. Got a big body, looks out to match.
She likes to... Who wants a surgeon that's like this? This is probably one of the most unprofessional we've seen some unprofessional ones now with TikTok, so I guess.
Call herself Dr. Boute, and in some of her viral videos that have since been removed from YouTube. But tonight, Dr. Wendell Boute has a suspended medical license.
A surgeon dances and plays around with an unconscious patient on the table. Well, now, the doctor's methods and her marketing videos are under fire.
Did she just have an unconscious person and just showing their ass while you're dancing around them? What the fuck is going on?
Okay, first we brought you the story of Dr. Roxy, who was butchering people in Ohio and lost her medical license. Now we're in Atlanta, Georgia, to bring you the butcher of Atlanta, Dr. Boute.
Let's check this out.
All right, welcome to the channel. We got a story about a doctor in Ohio named Dr. Roxy, who essentially was doing the same thing. Filming patients in surgery.
Yeah, this was the other doctor I was mentioning. Exactly the other doctor I was mentioning when I'm like, well, no, I've seen some crazy shit from this doctor.
Putting it up on TikTok, I believe it was. And eventually,
this TikTok brain has destroyed women. I don't know if there's male doctors that are doing shit like this. There might be, but it's the women that we see on the news and are getting caught or are losing their license that are doing the TikTok stuff.
She got her license suspended for life. She can't practice medicine again.
Dr. Roxy.
Why wouldn't it be just revoked then?
Dr. Roxy.
Dr. Roxy. She's the famous physician known as Dr. Roxy. You could travel the world. She live streamed plastic surgery on TikTok, but now Dr. Roxy, whose real name is Catherine Grawi, has been permanently stripped of her license by the state medical board.
Dumb ass move. How much is TikTok gonna make you? It makes fucking nothing. Even if you get millions of views, it doesn't make that much money compared to your surgeon's salary that you spent probably half your life getting, and a shitload of money to get that license, and you threw it all away for a little bit of TikTok clout. Crazy shit. Clown world.
In Ohio.
So Dr. Roxy was eventually sued into oblivion by her former clients because she botched a whole bunch of surgeries and violated a whole bunch of rules. But if you think Dr. Roxy's story was bad, you haven't heard about Dr. Boute. She literally is the butcher of Georgia. Now, who is Dr. Boute? Well, this is Wendell Boute, and state records show that she is a board-certified dermatologist. That's a skin doctor, for those of you who don't know. Now, being a dermatologist doesn't pay the bills as being a surgeon. So, Dr. Boute decided to just one day wake up and say she is a board-certified surgeon, even though she had absolutely no history of...
What? And these are the women that women are going to get their BBLs. This is why women are dying from BBLs. You know, this BBLs are killing y'all, and the thighs don't match.
Doing any type of cosmetic surgeries. Now, the interesting part here is Dr. Boute found a very interesting loophole in the law. See, according to state medical records, Boute is a board-certified dermatologist, as I just mentioned, and is not board-certified in general surgery or plastic surgery. In Georgia, it is legal for any physician to operate, even if they are not board certified as a surgeon.
Georgia allows doctors to practice medicine outside of their specialty, regardless of their board certifications. Boute, a dermatologist, claimed she was certified in cosmetic surgery on her website. The state now says those claims were false. or unsubstantiated.
It goes back to they have really loosened up the rules.
So Dr. Boute figured out that, hey, I'm a doctor, so I can do any surgery I want under Georgia law. That's a great loophole for her. So Dr. Boute, with essentially no training, all of a sudden became a cosmetic surgeon and started running ads like this.
So tell me, why do you want a butt enhancement?
Well, my first husband liked blonde, so I bleached my hair platinum blonde.
Well, Dr. Boute, I just got a divorce because my husband left me for a stripper.
That dog.
I just want a butt enhancement.
What the fuck are these commercials? Holy shit. Oh, these are like misogynistic fucking, not misandric fucking commercials for sure.
Handsome because I feel like it's just the right thing to do right now.
My second husband was a boob guy, so that's why I got these.
I got my alimony check, and now I want my bounce back booty. And I'm the little itty bitty slim thick girl.
Ooh, we can't have that. That is so not today.
And now the love.
What surgeons are talking to their patients like this when they're oh my god.
Of my life is an ass man, so that's
women
why I'm here.
fall for this ad? Really?
Booties. Dr. Boute. Bodies by Boute.
Now, it's a hell of a thing to go from popping pimples to major reconstructive surgery on people's breasts and booties, but Dr. Boute decided she was qualified enough to do it. Now, we're scratching the surface here. We haven't talked about how Dr. Boute didn't get consent from her patients to film them and put them on YouTube.
What? You're so stupid. Oh my god.
We haven't even talked about the 150 patients who have now had complications who filed complaints against Dr. Boute. There's a lot going on here that we're about to get into. Now, surgeries are expensive. They're not like popping pimples.
No.
So Dr. Boute had to now hook up with a bank so her patients can finance these expensive reconstructive surgeries of their booties.
I obtained this document from a former bank insider and showed it to a patient who canceled her procedure in the wake of our investigation 3 weeks ago. That patient saw this and said it could make all the difference.
This document is my down payment.
Shavella Hill showed me how she paid close to a $5,000 down payment through the medical finance company Care Credit. It was April 30th, more than 30 days before her scheduled June 5th liposuction with Dr. Wendell Boute. Boute's agreement with the finance company states accounts should only be charged for services actually rendered within 30 days of the charge.
I definitely believe it does make my case stronger. For sure it does.
Hill's been promised a refund of less than half the total she paid, even though she canceled and never got surgery. The agreement also says it's deemed unreasonable to refuse to refund money when services are not performed.
It was more of, no, you broke my contract. You don't want me to operate on you. So this is pretty much like, I feel like, my punishment.
Care Credit will not say how many patients are seeking refunds from cancellations triggered by our investigation of Boute's surgical antics and the complications from her table.
So Dr. Boute went from popping pimples on people's faces to now doing major cosmetic reconstructive surgeries on people's bodies. And she wasn't certified to do the cosmetic surgery, she was certified to pop pimples. Now, just because you claim to be a cosmetic surgeon doesn't mean the patients are going to come. So how does Dr. Boute get more patients? How? Let's dance in this operating room and put the videos on TikTok.
Correct.
So
Women, come on. She's advertising your fucking BBLs dancing with on TikTok. Are you serious? That you guys saw this and was like, that's the doctor I want to fucking fuck up my booty? Like, what?
Let's start with the dancing. Let's start with the music and where did that even start? Where you said, you know what? I'm going to institute this in the during a procedure.
Right. Well, you know, Mike, I've been in practice for going on 22 years now, and
22 years? You should know better. I can't even use the horror word for this because she's worse than that.
up until 19 years ago, no legal issues, no claims, lawsuits, things of that nature. When I added music to it to educate, all of a sudden, people paid attention. And so I use music, and in these instances, these were all consented videos. They were staged, they were planned, and it started with a contest. In October of 16, I was marketing free services.
Lying through her teeth. She's lying so hard, those teeth are just protruding out now.
And one of the contestants asked, hey, why don't you do a video after the fact to kind of highlight your beautiful work? Because your work is just that beautiful, Dr. Boute.
Oh, get the fuck out of here.
Okay. So just like, I'll consent, and why don't you put a song to it? I like doing the butt. I'm like, I like music. If it's a way for you to celebrate your transformation and the beauty that...
So this was a patient who suggested.
This is some BS shit that she's spouting right here. Oh, yeah, it's the patient's idea, and I did it all of a sudden, I thought it was cool.
This was a patient that was a contest winner from Dallas.
Gotcha.
That suggested. And so I thought, I thought about it long and hard, but she was like, Doc, you do some of the best work nationally. This is why people come to you from, 18, 20 states. I see you, all these people from different parts of the...
Where is she pulling all of these fucking fake affirmations from?
This country and out of the country coming to you.
Okay, so Dr. Boute said, hey, these were the patient's idea, and on top of it, they consented. But when state investigators looked at the paperwork, come to find out, patients didn't actually consent to any of this.
Nope.
Check it out.
The woman knocked out on the table while she's being cut on YouTube saw our story and she called me to identify herself.
But to see that video with my flesh being cut without a straight line and dancing while cutting me,
yeah, no.
That's horrible.
Latoya Arsheen was among the first to see video of Dr. Wendell Boute making an incision and mugging for the camera while the rap song Cut It played. A text from Boute confirmed that's Arsheen on the table. Cut It is your song, girlfriend. You did awesome. The photo release form is signed only by a member of Boute's staff. Where Arsheen was supposed to sign is blank.
I feel disrespected on a lot of levels.
So it seems like the doctor was filming her patients while they were out cold on the table without their consent and putting the videos on YouTube.
That's predator. That's a true predator right there, guys. Fucking drugging your patient, knocking them out, cutting them open, and filming them without consent, and they call us evil.
This is horrible. It's horrible for these patients. Now, I need you to remember, Dr. Boute is a certified dermatologist. She doesn't do surgeries, or she didn't do surgeries. Now she's performing these major surgeries. So when the state's medical...
I have a bit of an ego. I know my skills. I know I do them very well. But I don't have an ego to the size of, you know what? I think I could do plastic surgery today. I'll probably be better than everybody else in the nation. Let me just start it right now. Without any type of schooling or anything. Oh my gosh.
The medical board found out she was doing this and interviewed patients. They suspended her license. These are the reasons why.
The board instead determined Boute failed to perform to minimal standards after investigating 7 of her former clients. It found most had no pre or post-op exams at all. In one case, a patient received a different procedure than was listed in medical records, and a surgical assistant did surgery without supervision. That woman now has brain damage with evidence and unlicensed...
What the fuck? What the fuck?
Person in the room at the time was held out to be a nurse. Boute told our Steve Osunsami,
I have medical assistants that are well trained in what we do, because we do it every day.
So you don't have any nurses in your office?
Not at present.
So
I did at one time, yes.
So what happened to Dr. Boute? Well, she was sued into oblivion by her former patients.
A surgeon dances and plays around with an unconscious patient on the table. Reporter Jim Strickland with our...
I feel bad for these women. Yes, they elected for the surgery. Yes, they wanted to do these things. But when you're trying to get shit done, you expect it to be done properly. You expect it to be done by licensed professionals.
Our Atlanta sister station heard from patients and family members who say a dermatologist left them scarred for life.
Isilma Cornelius was about to get a PhD in nursing and about to get married. She trusted Dr. Wendell Boute to help her look her best.
I just wanted to keep her costs down and give her what she needed from a liposculpting standpoint for her wedding. I told her, that's my present to you.
Dr. Boute's surgery center is not accredited and does not use general anesthesia.
What?
Documents show Cornelius was under for 8 hours on a cocktail of drugs anchored by propofol.
We have a patient that doesn't have a heart rate. Is this person in cardiac arrest? Yes. And what happened prior to this? She was in surgery.
Isilma Cornelius isn't fine. She never got married. Permanent brain damage has left her in need of constant care. A recent settlement is confidential, but part of Dr. Boute's deposition speaks volumes.
Are you aware that her life care plan is in excess of $13 million for the care that she's going to require in the future?
Wow, $13 million. Poor woman.
No.
Boute,
again, yes, she wanted surgery. Yes, she wanted to look better. But they don't deserve this. Nobody deserves this. No one deserves death. I don't really make fun or am happy about this shit. I only highlight this shit to warn women. There's crazy motherfucking doctors out there trying to do shit to your ass and your fucking face and your body. Protect it. Stay natural.
They also testified Cornelius got no refund and, in fact, got a bargain.
Until now, I really wasn't even thinking about what she paid or what she didn't pay, because I did $20,000 worth of work for $11,000.
She settled 5 malpractice cases in just the last 6 months. Wow. 4 more are pending, including theirs.
It's more like Freddy Krueger cut my stomach.
Mitzi McFarland and her sister Christine Dolly drove here from Alabama.
The dignity of the patient was absolutely compromised in that video.
Arsheen is now represented by attorney Susan Witt, who estimates 100 former patients have now come forward with complaints.
So now we're at the end of the video. What do you think? I honestly think Dr. Boute should be locked up. But
agreed.
The laws in Georgia allowed her to do this. It allowed her to pretend to be a surgeon when she wasn't. It allowed her to take on these clients and do these surgeries when she wasn't qualified. She had no nerves. She was letting unqualified people do surgeries on patients. This is insane. Now, again, we've seen other doctors with the same problem. Obviously, Dr. Roxy from earlier. So tell me how you feel in the comment section. Tell me if there should be more done.
Shout outs to Nate. And Nate, my opinion, this is disgusting shit. I don't even know why Georgia's allowing this shit. Georgia needs to change their damn laws. And they need to put this woman in jail. And any other person that ever tries to do shit like this. Like, what the fuck? Please subscribe down below. I really appreciate that. I'll catch you guys next time. Ciao.